What's your dream? I've been thinking about mine today a little more. I have a visualize what would be an ideal situation for me, but today I was really it was a question that kind of made me think a little bit about what is the dream scenario for me, especially when it comes to art specifically. Of course, I have dream scenarios with other stuff, but when it comes to art, what's my dream? Dream, of course, I guess first is to be able to live off of it, be able to take care of all expenses, um, vacations, anything that my family needs. Being able to take care of all that with art alone, that's one. That's that's the number one thing. Now, when it comes to the next thing, I believe it's studio space. I love my studio that I have in my home right now. I love it in here. This is my happy place. This is there another word for it? It makes me happy every time I come here. I can't cross the threshold into this room without, no matter what's going on, it picks me up a little bit, even if it doesn't wash everything away that might be going on outside of these doors, outside of this door. But it's when I come in here, I know I'm going to be doing something that I really enjoy, so it does lift me up, a couple notches from where I may have been on the other side of that door. So being able to create I'm talking about like a warehouse size studio, like enormous, uh, 3,000, 4,000 square feet. That, again, this is 5,000 square feet. I don't care how big it is. Something where I can have rolls of canvas just coming down from the ceilings, and I can just pull it down, take some big handfuls of paint, just throw it, just go crazy on it, no matter how I'm feeling that day. It doesn't have to be me, throwing paint on the canvas every time. Maybe I'm sure a lot of times I would be, creating some type of image or style with the paint, but having a huge space that I can go into and be like, what am I going to do today? I have access to so many materials, um, and just go with the flow. And normally with those, with have if I had a huge space like that, I'm sure I'd be able to expand on a lot of ideas that I do have, and be able to come with maybe new concepts, new ways to create. Just how it goes when you're creating. Just other things start to come to mind. So okay, so again, being financially stable with art alone, enormous studio space. What was the other one? I mean, those are the main things. And being able to wake up in the morning and only think about art, creating art, creating something new. What am I going to create today? Or even if it's not a day where I have to create something, even though I would like to create something every day, anything, even if it's just me taking a paintbrush on a canvas and doing one diagonal line, like, that's nice, just something. Uh, what? Um, I'm trying to think of what else I would really want to. I don't want to think too long because And again, finances, studio, focusing on art 24/7 only, and just time to, instead of thinking about other stuff, if all finances and things are taken care of, with that all being done, can't imagine what else I would be able to think of on a regular basis, because um, that's a lot of what most people think of. Most regular people who still have mortgages, rents, and other things to pay. More, another thing that would be amazing would be just more time to sit back and reflect. Something I've been really proactive with is trying to limit the what I would consider entertainment, like just random stuff that I used to do, where it's like watching a bunch of random podcasts about sports, or I guess it's just the sports ones, or just podcasts where people don't really, it's not really about anything really, like comedy type stuff, or just stuff to make you laugh. I'm because I'm trying to find as much time as possible to use towards building an art career and other things outside of that. So I'm squeezing out more time is what I've been doing, and an ideal situation would be able, just me be able to reflect for, even if it's a few hours, just sit in the room, sit in the corner with a book, or just sit in the corner with my laptop out, just researching without having to think about anything else. Everything else is taken care of. Now I can just, study, experiment, all those type of things. That'd be wonderful, you know. What else? What else you got going? Oh, I I was I was invited to a Twitter space to do a Twitter space in within the next few weeks, and you know this is the first one, and this about me and my art, which like is mind blowing. To be honest, no one's ever asked to do an interview with me about my work. This will be the first of its kind. And if you're familiar with Twitter and the feature that they have called Spaces, where it's just a open forum where people can go in there. Certain number of people can be speakers and they can talk. Um, and there's also an audience where people, who aren't able to be speakers can listen to the conversation. I'm sure if you're familiar with Twitter, or they even Clubhouse back in the day, you're familiar with that format. So that's what I'll be doing on within the next 2 weeks. Now, I've never done an interview. I've never even spoken in a Twitter space, if you can believe it. I've listened to Twitter spaces for, oh man, when did those start? When they first started, whenever that was that COVID time? I don't know. I can't remember. But it's I it's it's terrifying, something that is way outside of my comfort zone. Something that I probably would have never even, I don't know, I can't say never, but something that I've avoided for a long time. And, being the center of attention and people listening to everything I have to say about, you know, my work and stuff, it's scary for me especially. I just started talking more and making more content, video content, speaking on YouTube, social media, all that kind of stuff. So, but this is a step that I have to take. I'll keep always talking about, in every morning I'm talking about, I want to be a world renowned artist. And what do world renowned artists do? Or at least most of them, a large percentage of them. They do interviews. They talk to other people about their work. Other people ask them questions about their work. So this will be the first time that I ever do something like this. And oh man, I know it's I'm sure I'm sure I'll be fine doing it, but just the thought of it is still kind of freaks me out a little bit right now. But this is a necessary thing that I have to do, and it's exciting, but also still scary. So um, I'm looking forward to it, and also not looking forward to it at the same time, if that even makes sense. But yeah, that's something new that's happening soon. Uh, I was trying to think just now. There was something I thought of like a minute ago while I was saying something else, but I forgot it. Um, I want to. Oh man, did I mention this in another video? I don't remember. Well, if I did, hey, it is what it is. I want to tell a little more story about each piece of art that I make, even if it doesn't have like a deep story like a lot of people expect from artists. Like, oh, the this is loneliness personified, and I have the colors like this to evoke the emotions. All that's nice with some things for sure, and I see that in a lot of some of my favorite artists like Van Gogh and Rothko. Is like some of those pieces of art that I look at, or Monet. Um, I can look at those, and like some of them they'll almost bring a tear to my eye, or some of them just bring me so much joy just from looking at them. So, but before I start rambling, uh, I don't know if all work needs a story. Sometimes, especially with me, and I might be different from other people. I don't know. I don't think I'm that different when it comes to this. I My process is listen to music. I, I close my eyes for like a few minutes, or I listen to a song on repeat. The idea for the art comes to mind then while I'm listening to the song and just watching it materialize in my mind. So I don't always know what I'm going to make. When I'm ready to make art, I don't know what I'm going to make most of the time. I just like, okay, I'm about to make some art right now. And then I find a song that's, I vibe with or that's resonating with me at the time. And whatever materializes in my mind, that's what gets put on the canvas. So, but I say all that to say I want to at least make videos. I need to. I'm doing more video, more video, more video, more talking to the camera. 'Cause this is something I have to get comfortable with. So I'm trying to find different ways with, especially with the content that I do, to add video somehow, so I can keep working on it. I want to be able to, like, each time I make a piece of art, even if it's like a 30-second description of what song was I listening to when I made this, what were the ideas that started popping in my head at that time, and what made me choose these colors. Just a little description, just to give people just a little more about, so they can see behind the curtain and not just see the image and not have any idea what's going on. I used to record the process of my artwork, but I was doing that when I was still creating on my iPad. I need to get a new one because my iPad was damaged, but currently I am creating artwork from my desktop computer in my studio. So I guess I could screen record if I really wanted to, but again, I'm trying to be more efficient, less time. So this, and I don't want to edit videos right now. I do not right now. I have to get to a point where, if I'm able to do art more full time or have the funds from sales to service, pay for someone else to do the edits or something for me, or find some type of AI platform that chops up clips and that kind of stuff for me and edits videos for me. I'm not sure if that's available for long form yet. I know I've seen it for shorts and stuff. So yeah, I got some stuff. I got some stuff cooking. I I'm bringing back a little more of the style that I've been doing over the last, you know, last 12 months. The one a little bit before this, and I'm trying to bring some of that back into some of these current works that I'm working on right now. A lot of the strategy of how I was creating, just to kind of see if I can put these two together, like my old style and my new one, and then put, like, because I'm doing a lot more characters now, which I'm really enjoying. And those are AI assisted characters that I create the prompts for and that kind of stuff. And then I can draw out the shapes of the, oh man, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, I could draw out the shapes and then add my characters to those shapes in a nice way. I don't know. Experimenting always, and always on that quest to create a style that's what's the word? Oh man, I can't differentiate myself, make my work stand out enough to where everyone knows it's mine when they see it at first glance. So what else I got going? I know it's something else I know it's something else that I just cannot remember again. I'm sure as soon as I end this video, it's gonna pop up in my head, and I'll just have to say, well, maybe I'll say it in the next video. But I'll say that it's probably not gonna happen. I'll forget. I'll probably forget about it. Maybe. I don't know. It's late over here, man. It's 1:46 a.m. and I'm here talking to a computer, and I still have a piece of art that I have been working on before I started recording, of course. What was I saying all that for? Probably because I gotta go. I'm sleepy. I would love to finish this piece of art before I go to bed. That'll make me very happy, and I like it's coming together nicely. The idea popped in my head. Uh, I'm trying to convey a little bit of movement in it without adding animation, but with what I'm making right now, I think this would be pretty interesting as an animation. So I'm just got playing around with that. I'm going to go. Oh man. Thank y'all so much. If you stayed through the whole video, which I know is a very, very tiny percentage of people stayed through the whole thing, because my voice literally puts them to sleep. Literally. If you made it through the whole thing, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. Even though at this point in the evening, I probably said a whole bunch of stuff that may not have made sense, and a lot of stuff that's probably my story probably went all over the place. And if it did, I apologize. But hey, that's what you get with this podcast. No edits, no script. I just start talking, and I think I'm getting a little better at staying on the right path when it comes to my talking and not veering off too much. I'm getting better. I'll keep improving. Again, doing this so that I can be better in the future when I'm an international artist around the world. I'll be comfortable speaking to anyone. And yeah, I'm sure that happen very soon. That's why I'm trying to ramp up the number of videos that I do, because I'm going to be known around the world as an excellent artist very soon. Thank you so much for your time. Till next time. Peace.